The day of the hairy freak or the fat slob is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
Hey, look at us. We did it again. Another 7 days round the sun. Welcome to WCW Deep Cuts Live for the 155th week in a row. My name is Tom, and we are here getting all cozy together for the next 2 hours. We're going to enjoy one of the many forgotten quote-unquote television classics from World Championship Wrestling in the 1990s. We'll get to that in a second. Hello to everybody in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat. As always, if you're watching on Twitch, I am with you right now. If you're watching on YouTube, should have been with us on Twitch earlier. If you're watching me on Twitch, this is Memorex. If you're watching me on YouTube, this is Memorex. If you're watching me on Twitch, this is live. I'm doing this right now. See? I'm literally doing this as you watch. Anyway. Speaking of YouTube, though, shout out to the members of my Weirdo Empire, aka my YouTube members. About a week ago, we had a special members-only stream where we hung out and watched some real cool stuff. By real cool stuff, I mean horrible stuff. Rock and roll. We'll do another members-only stream in the month of February. But again, thank you all so much for not just giving me your eyeballs, but also your dollars. Now, the Weirdo Empire, the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, wonderful groups to belong to. You can also join the Discord and keep the conversation going 7 days a week, baby. We were all talking about Beaver Fever in the Discord this week. After Sunday's Off the Grid, if you've not watched Off the Grid yet, it is one of the best/worst streams I've ever done. United States Championship Wrestling was a spectacle, and I cannot wait to do it again in the future. We're not going to do it immediately. We'll give it some time. But holy shit, what a show. Anyway, join the Discord. Do that. Yeah, you need to, Brian. Get in there. Thank you, Wohall, for the sub. Prime sub, hell yeah. I'm on Discord if you want to give me money to say things into my camera. Just $10. $10 a video. I will tell you why your dog rules. I'll give you a deep cut about your mom if you'd like. Just $10. $10 a video. It's great. I got this video up. If you've not done so already, watch brief history of the WCW Light Heavyweight Championship. I'll probably be recording a new video here in the next week or so. Try to have it up in a timely manner. Try to get it up before the end of January. Get them monetization books. So I'm thinking it's going to be a brief history of WCW Power Hour. But I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. If I know what your fantasy booking is, Peter, yes, absolutely. So anyway, enough of this chit-chatting, this bit-botting. Let's check out WCW Saturday Night from January 21st, 1995. The Cartel was better than the NWO. And the boss was better than Hollywood Hogan. Let's go! As always, let me know how it sounds, how I sound, etc., etc. I need to update Blue Sky to let the Blue Sky folks know that I'm here live. If you're not on Blue Sky, you missed someone live tweeting a dude that drives a bus kidnapping them the other night. It was unreal. Go live. There we go. Yeah, ridiculous. I'm live. I'm live according to Blue Sky. Live, baby. Warning, warning. Beaver fever for life, man. This is 1995 WCW, so it's probably not going to be good. But we're all here together to survive. Also, since this is in 1995, they're doing that stylized thing where they're filming CRT monitors and like shaking the camera around. That's what the real world does. This is the story of 7 strangers living in a barn in Bucksnort, Tennessee. Time to stop being nice and start being predetermined. The real world, Bucksnort. Or Marla. I would love to have seen Marla's face when you told her that you have beaver fever. These people are psyched with just seeing Tony Schiavone. What is Bobby wearing underneath the blazer? Hey, fake white shadow, hello.
Now, recently, officials put out a restraining order. These two men,
it's a polo shirt, but it's like 3 tones.
200 feet of each other. However, I have found out now that Vader and Hardy Race have purchased tickets. They're going to be ringside.
Tony's tie is like all the way over here.
And with that,
nobody was like, "Hey guys, maybe we do one of these numbers before we go start taping this thing."
Gentlemen, listen to this.
Should be called in the mayor of Beaver Fever.
Honest with both of you right now. You know who I heard is going to make an appearance at the Clash, and I heard this from a very good source. I overheard it. Who? The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, is going to be.
Why did he hit Gene in the nuts?
Ric Flair. This Wednesday at the Clash.
Like a subtle nut shot there from Bobby.
You've got to be kidding me. That's a very credible source, Tony. That could very
Could you imagine Tony going swimming with that haircut and the back flap just floating behind him? Cecil, hello! I'm so happy you are back in Canada. Cecil next in the house. I'm very happy for you, very jealous. I took my son to see Princess Bride in the theater a few years ago. He was way too young. He didn't appreciate it. But it was a fun experience. I love the guy in the third. It's like, yeah, Alex Wright, fuck yeah! Yeah, Alex Wright. But yeah, if you've not checked it out, Mystery Wrestling on Patreon, please, if you have the means, give them money and check out Cecil's World of Sports Entertainment match from this past Sunday over in Wales. Incredible match. Lieutenant James Earl. Not to spoil things, Monday's deep cut. The short I put out Monday will be about James Earl. There's a very ridiculous story I found about him. I was gonna go out tomorrow, but I'm rushing another video out instead.
People like the Wonderkin and the Nasty Boys, those I make fun of because I enjoy doing that.
I think he lost his last name because somebody realized that his name sounds way too similar to the guy that killed Martin Luther King Jr. Or it's Alex Wright's last name, either or.
Gene told you who this man is, and he had his door open, and he had about 6 or 7 people in there, and they were discussing this. And they were concerned.
Yeah, that was weird. State Patrol did a lot of singles matches for like a rare team with like matching gear and stuff. You did miss him to the dance, Bravo, yes.
You know, Flair, where does he like to go more than any place?
Las Vegas.
Where are the prettiest women in the world?
Las Vegas.
These models, so the models in the front row specifically are there for Alex Wright, by the way. We'll see it here in a second. Don't want to spoil it, but that dude is 6'3". Holy shit! I mean, I have a feeling that James Earl these days is probably into German heritage, let's say. Hey, Optimum Vision. Hello, hello.
Because, you know, I like Ric Flair.
Alex Wright, Pirates carry takeover into an an armbar. The youngster Alex Wright, such a sensation. The ladies loved him. If you'll recall, a week
felt
ago,
the
they
need
stormed
to hire
the
some
ring area
folks.
when he was making his way in. A lady got into the ring and danced with him. A little bit tighter security this week, but he has to face beautiful Bobby at the Clash of the Champions. It's gonna be a real test for the youngster.
Yeah, German home movies, let's say.
He's undefeated so far here in WCW, but he's had some stiff competition, but nothing like Beautiful Bobby. I mean, Beautiful Bobby's held the
Bobby Eaton, the stiffest wrestler in all of WCW. Yeah, they had a Border Patrol team, or the Border Patrol wrestler. It was John Walters. And then Donovan Morgan they almost did a Border Patrol gimmick with him in TNA.
Get involved in something that he shouldn't, especially with Vader there and Hogan there and Savage there and the Butcher, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Goes to Burt Prentice. You're very close to the story I found out about this guy, that it's going to be in the short on Monday. It's not quite that situation, but it's pretty close.
Clash of the Champions this Wednesday.
But could Ric Flair really sit on a seat and watch something that he's loved all his life?
Yeah, what if they were just like, hey, just there's going to be a wrestler that comes out here, you'll know which one, just go fucking crazy for him. And one of them sees like Dick Slater.
And not want to get up there and take his swings at the ball? No. Once you've done something,
There's a guy like the lower part of the bleachers opposite Hardcam, and like the dehydrated piss colored, like right there, that guy right there, just standing with his hands in his pockets. It has no need to stand, just stand in there. I've never seen that before. He did like the reverse Scotty 2 Hotty. That was cool. Oh, how did that happen? Yes, to stand in the places. That's right, Boy Namer. I almost didn't start the stream on time because I just wanted to keep listening to REM. Canadian RoboCop, thank you so much for the sub with Prime, much appreciated. Dude, that makes me feel so old, Cecil. I've tried showing my kids MXC, and they're like, this is fucking stupid. But they'll watch somebody play Minecraft for hours. Holy shit, 137 hours last year watching me. Thank you so much, Optimum Vision. There's the models. There's Doug Dellinger. I don't want to touch ladies. Ew. Great camera work here. Just getting like a bunch of teased up hair. Hey, Refsus Wizards. That's for you, Optimum Vision. Always love that leg lace. I cannot believe how that went.
Here he goes off the top rope. Flies to the air with the greatest of ease. He's like a bird. 1, 2, 3.
Dude,
Beautiful Bobby at the Clash. He may be grounded.
I can't do the Alex right. There, I do it upon request. Fuck your cop or your boss, Canadian RoboCop, but I'm glad you're here. Hype train, baby! Hype train, hype train!
Dirty dick! Fuck out, fuck!
Was he? I thought he was talking to himself, like he looked down at his crotch. Dirty dick! Thank you, Bravo. Thank you, thank you.
On WCW, and I want to tell you all about it right now.
I love how he was pointing at his bicep. I want to tell you all about it right now. Like all of his body parts are separately sentient.
Hulk trivia in one of my great Hulk messages. There's always something new on the
Hey, Steve-O. Hello from Portugal. Yeah, check with the Hulk Hogan hotline to see when the last time he came into the office to record the messages was. Because apparently I read he would actually go into CNN Center to record the messages because he couldn't understand how to do it from home.
And his partner Kevin Sullivan. Plus, the ring's not big enough for both of them. Avalanche meets Sting once again.
The ring looks plenty big for them.
And WCW rivalries heat up with championship belts on the line. Clash of the Champions. Live 8:05 Eastern Wednesday night on
I missed that, Cecil, but that is a great detail. A great attention to detail. My personal favorite spot that nobody's brought up is when the dude goes into the Blackpool Ball, or the Lady of the Lake spot, the British spot where the guy rolls himself into the ball and like reaches up his hands, and you grab the chair and like go to smash him. Like, I guffawed. Perfect counter, yes. I love it that most of your matches are just like a reaction. Like, if this were to happen in real life, what would I do? Why wouldn't I just smash the guy with the chair? Hey, that's not like actually sexy, and even if we're fucked underwater, it's like real painful. Hey, Dan Reed from Pro Wrestling Eve. Hello, hello. Yeah, a lot of people kind of checked out of WCW at this point.
For the 64-bit Jaguar.
Hell yeah, Canadian RoboCop.
Got a cold?
You'll have fun, man.
Seltzer Plus Nighttime gives you the most nighttime relief you can get.
Those rings are great.
Users prefer nearly 2
I've talked to some former WCW guys before about those rings and how the slats are apparently like really tight to make that like sound.
Hi, get everybody live this Wednesday here on TBS.
Oh yeah, I could.
The Palace in Las Vegas.
You do. Your humor is to make the thing so obvious. It's like, there's no way that's the punchline, and it is the punchline. Like the run-in, the self-run-in from Sunday. Ghetto the Obscure, thank you for the bits. Yeah, Car Noir against Stu Grayson was really good on Sunday too. They had like a good wrestling match.
To eyewitness Hogan's performance. Another flashpoint will be the rematch.
Look at Avalanche's beautiful hair.
The Guardian Angel.
Yeah, this is a bad Clash of the Champions. Bad show. Dude, Gene's double jump moonsault nut punch
Sister Sherry. And here's one
is wild. Thank you,
WCW
Steve-O. Thank you for the kind words, and thank you for noticing. We've got a lot of great folks, and that's what I love. It's not just the number of folks I have in here, but the fact that everybody is so cool, and we've weeded out any buttholes.
It all comes your way live and free.
No, that's the following year when Pillman shakes up Bobby. They did 2 straight years in Las Vegas at NetB via the TV convention.
Jesse the Body Ventura and Jim Ross.
Ooh.
And what are they up to? I think you'll be
They were
surprised.
caught at Wendy's
I'm gonna
together.
be talking about it exclusively today during my hotline report. So give me a call at 1-900-909.
You think Jesse's at home like throwing shit at the TV? How dare you mention me with that okie?
But it's red hot and it's confidential. Call me today.
Sullivan attaching himself at the hip to Hogan to gain his trust to turn him heel.
Hot Pockets.
Brilliant move.
Pepperoni pizza or ham and cheese.
Brilliant
Crispy
move.
Pocket. Try lean.
Ah, that's so kind of Rio Oblivion, Weirdo Empire member. It's so kind of Rio Oblivion. I'll have to tell him thanks. Who has the best skullet in wrestling? Like most, like the most skullety, or just the best hair? The most skullety is Paul Heyman. Have you seen that thing lately? That shit goes back to like middle of his neck rolls, man. The best hair. Oh my goodness. That's hard. Hey, Bobby Eaton. What? I'm here, you've been. I think is what he said. Hulkster counts as a skullet, but his hair sucks. New year, new me.
One of the hardest hitters in this sport, Brink.
I asked him earlier.
Yeah, they took away James Earl Wright's last name and gave Bobby Eaton his. Hey, it's Scott Stud, Scotty Riggs, friend of the channel.
I sent one of our productions assistants.
This sweet denim vest.
I want to get to the bottom of this while we're on air.
Fellow DDP Yogi,
Within the next
Scott
couple
Stud.
matches should be. So everybody stay
He's
tuned.
way better at it than me, though.
As,
Bobby Eaton
talk has been
ruled.
that Ric Flair will be in Las Vegas, and we'll be watching the Clash of the Champions. That's the only information we have.
Yeah, he
right
only
now.
got a win
Vader
here,
will be there as well at
spoiler
ringside,
alert,
and
because
we know his
they were going to have him
intentions.
lose to Alex right at the
There's no question
Clash.
about that one. There's a fireman's carry takeover.
Seriously, Scott Stud looks like Tom Zink. He looks like Joey Mags.
Also want to remind the fans that
He looks like Rick Martel a little bit.
Tonight at 7:30
All of it. Yoga's going good, man. Yoga's going good. Almost touched my toes today. Fucking ridiculous, man. That DDP Yoga is great. I did it years ago and I sucked at it and I gave up. I'm doing it now. Shout out to Brian Dermody in the chat. There's Brian. Loving to hear it. He has gotten me down this road. Been very influential and encouraging. Been very helpful. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't look like it will make you sweat, and then you're done, and it's like, oh my god, I look like Mike Rotunda. You should, man. You should. And it's not hard to do. Like, it's hard to master. It's not hard to do. It's like a good video game.
I do not like Hogan. You know that, and the world knows it. The man is one very, very tough man.
Yes.
I mean, he's 6'8". He's 280 pounds.
Yes.
He's been world champion.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm a couple weeks in. Looking forward to being able to, like, eat my own ass. I did catch Scotty Anton in ECW. The U.S. male stealing Curtis Thompson's nickname.
Side of the head, Scott Stud down to one knee. And here's another one right here, beautiful Bobby. What a competitor he has been. Underneath, Scott Stud up.
Oh,
Great extension that time.
the green hat guy. Oh, he's wearing a Macho Man hat, a foam Macho Man hat, kind of like the Burt Reynolds Celebrity Jeopardy hat. And then like a Hogan shirt. I guarantee you the models got paid more than the enhancement guys. Guarantee you.
Well, just like he's wrestling Scott Stud here, when he gets through with the Wonder Kid, we're going to be calling him not Stud, but Dud.
Dud.
The Wonder Dud. Hey, that's
Yeah, there's just a giant hole in the crowd where all those models bailed. And nobody thought, hey man, let's get more people in there.
Let me hear the next snap.
You like that, don't you? I mean, you like...
That's another thing, Brian. Like, in between my shoulder blades, hard as a rock, because I stress so much. I'm pretty loose right now. Pretty loose. If nothing else, I'll stick with it for that.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Shivani. You had to bring that up.
Oh!
Keep my mouth shut about it.
You can't keep your mouth shut.
Bobby getting snug-ski. Nick Patrick holding onto the rope. Do you give?
Meetings, I had to go see people. I had to talk to Mr. Turner. I had things to do. I go there looking like Felix the Cat.
Wait a minute.
Yes, DDP Yoga is a video program. It's, he has an app and a website you can use. The UI on both is a bit rough, a bit 2014, let's say.
I never saw a cab driver laugh so much in my life.
Hey, they should have gone backstage with Alex. Yes, exactly. But no, they just get kicked out. Like in kayfabe, they just get kicked out and they don't bring anybody else back in.
Who else had a hand in it?
Gordon Solik.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Right hand. And millions of fans. Thanks for joining us on the Wrestling All Nighter, fans.
What helps with the DDP Yoga is he always has like somebody who struggles. Or not struggles, but somebody who like isn't like doing one-legged headstands. You know. Oh shit, Cecil, yes, I am. I will be watching it. As soon as it is out publicly. I'm looking forward to that, Cecil. Thank you.
That's exactly right. Bobby, of course, with the Alabama Jam.
Yeah, but I love that he has people that like need the modification, so you don't feel like a big piece of shit. Like, I think it's like Energy, one of the ones that I do. He has Jake Roberts doing it, and Jake struggles, and it makes me feel better. I need to get a heart monitor. I don't have the heart monitor yet, but I do have a Mac. Scott Studd just got clapped out, baby. Yeah, I love that DDP goes out of his way to be like, if it hurts, stop doing it. That power slam was ridiculous.
Picture this. It's back to Berlin or Nuremberg or wherever you're from.
Bobby knows 2 cities in Germany.
Your winner, beatable Bobby. We'll take a look at how Stars and Stripes lost to Harlem Heat. Coming up.
What you're looking at
That's awesome, Steve. I'm glad to hear he's always been the same guy.
Just one stepping stone ahead of us.
Coach John Noah. I'll have to look into that.
What's it like to experience Skittles?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now, if you're specifically doing it to help ease pain in your back and your shoulders, like, I think he's even got specific programs once you learn the basics just to help with
Every
that.
Skittles combination is a new experience.
Yeah, this is one of those candy is hallucinogens commercials.
You decide. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavor.
Like, I don't think ketamine is as good
Every time.
as they say Skittles are
This could be
here.
your arm. This could be your chest.
Those are some great tits.
These could be your shoulders. This could be your thigh.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm already seeing progress from it. I'm already doing it last
This
Saturday.
could be your body. This could be
Excited
the
for the
way.
future.
Soloflex
This could be your this could be
$79
your
a month.
right
Call now
buttock.
for a free brochure.
I normally starting out, I'm only doing one workout a day, and it's like a half hour or so. Like, as you go on, you can combine them and do like 45 minutes an hour. But dude, one 30-minute workout will kick your ass well enough. Oh my gosh. For as big as Booker is, that is amazing body control.
Sherry's thinking something, though. Something's going through her mind.
Could you imagine doing all that shit that Sherry would do at ringside, wearing one of those giant ass gowns?
She's orchestrating something here.
I do. I need to hit up Dally, as the boys call him.
She stopped the count. It was up to 9. Here's a cover by Booker T. That's not the legal man. 1, 2, 3.
That's good enough. We got new champions.
I love that Stars and Stripes couldn't come out to like America the Beautiful or anything. They just found a really synthy sounding song. Thank you, Yankee Hawk. Could you imagine Babyface coming on TV, just yelling, "What's up with the USA?" It would mean something completely different nowadays.
Well, there's no sense crying over spilled milk. You just go on and do what you have to do. You suck it up and you do it.
And their opponents are from a look at these guys. Stockhauser and Faulkner.
Not to me.
Sounds like a
Nothing matters to you.
Yes, it does.
like a factory that makes brake pads.
Okay. Wonder if they'll call it the brain station anymore. Okay, here we go.
You don't want to know what's up with the USA these days, man.
Stockhauser and Faulkner.
Looks like a Siamese cat.
The Patriot.
Patriot looks like he is like he doesn't know whether he's more into like his fetish or America. That is Dale Welts, yes. As we would learn when he got hired for the WWF, and they were like, "Hey, take your mask off for a promo."
Faulkner. Well, he's a powerful man, isn't he? Look at him. Faulkner, a big guy.
I'd like to know what the Patriots.
Yeah, man.
Why he doesn't want anybody to know his identity? Is it? I heard he was in the Gulf War. And I heard he was
Hey, Del, you
burned
would have
with some
started
kind of
me?
gas or something.
I'm so fucking high
Who
right
knows
now,
about that?
man.
But does he have an identity? Doesn't want anybody to know he's a brother of somebody, a cousin? Is he a politician? Is he a television? Who? Why is he hiding his
Is he a
face?
politician? He takes off the mask and it's Dan Quayle.
To take the mask off, but in effect, Sergeant Stripes regained the World Tag Team title because of it. Faulkner trying to elbow his way out.
Faulkner's foot, I'm not a big, like, footwork guy, like, you know, a lot of wrestling folks are. But Faulkner keeps walking on the sides of his feet, and it bugs the shit out of me. Like, he's gonna break his ankle. Oh! Oh, that's awesome, Matt P. You bought your car from Dale Welch. Oh, that could have broken his arm. Yeah, could you imagine buying your car and then while he's like, you know, typing in all your info and getting your loan approved, you're like, hey, so, what was up with the cartel? Huh? Why did Mock and Singh leave so soon?
Make the tag is what you gotta do now.
Right. I'm not a foot guy. I don't get the foot thing, man.
Although he has seen a drop kick in the bush.
They gotta keep him in
What? You got a drop kick to the bush? That's extremely perverted, Tony.
Take him away from your corner. Stay on him, guys. Have a plan.
Well, you're doing a lot of coaching here this evening, aren't you?
Well, there's so much excitement here at WCW. And me being a former manager, you just can't help but get involved. It's just...
Yeah, the heels look like they're like an LOD ripoff team on the indies. And somebody told them, hey, you can't wear your face paint on TV. Yes, they are just wearing black pants.
Bagwell with a lateral press and a hook. We got a 2, and the stock counties are out of it. Great teamwork, the trademark of the former tag team champs. Don't forget Sherry gets some.
Patriot was like totally fun.
I believe they're going to be after Booker T and Stevie Ray, but keep an eye out for Sherry as well this Wednesday at the Clash.
What a party they threw. Oh,
you got invited to a party?
Sherry threw a party when they won the tag title.
And they invited you?
Yes, yes. Oh. Police know when they're dressing me up like a mouse. They were nice to me. What a time we had.
Well, Dark Patriot was Doug Gilbert.
Here's the whip.
Ducky wasn't getting hired by WCW at this time. I saw a clip of a Buff interview today where he said him and Scott Steiner had a falling out because people kept working their, like, he kept telling him, oh, hey, Scott, Buff's looking bigger than you today.
Right to the eyes goes Stockhauser.
In WCW, and they eventually had body heat. Oh, these guys are the War Machines. Okay. Makes sense.
Well, you really want to get the ringside.
That's the War Machines had very specific body types, and these guys have those too.
To the upper body, and then a power slam. Patriot 1, 2.
This is going on. Oh my God, that was cool. Like a springboard Superman punch from Bagwell. That was dope. One of the coolest things I've ever seen Buff Bagwell do. This match was going on forever. I love that the guy that Bagwell did the finisher to just got right up. Like, fuck, Bagwell's the one that pinned me. I hate Buff Bag or Marcus Bagwell's fisherman. He takes the back bump and then he bridges. It's like, again, I hate to be one of those people who talks about my exercises all the time. But if you've ever done DDP Yoga, he goes back into pinfall and then up into bridge.
Fans, you've just seen them in action. They are Stars and Stripes for this Wednesday night here on PBS at 8:05.
They're working to people that are not there.
From Las Vegas and Caesars Palace, Stars and Stripes are going to be challenging the Sister Sherry-led Harlem Heat.
Who's the Bagwell of AEW? Gosh.
Marcus Alexander Bagwell, you certainly won't forget that slap from Sister Sherry.
Mean, I tell you what, there's a lot on my mind.
Good question. I'll think about it.
It starts with that Sherry. I tell you what, Sherry.
It is wild the amount of wrestlers who do bridges, but just like kind of stick their tummy up. Also, the answer is Sammy Guevara.
white, and the blue.
I just saw that in the chat. It is. That's it.
For. So I tell you what, every little thing's working your way, Sherry. You come out, you slap my face, we give you the chance to win the titles.
I think Patriot tried to bring up Kenta Kobashi to Backwell, and he's like, "What the fuck's that, man?"
I can hear the dice rolling right now, and the luck's coming our way.
A lot of people do this when Buff Bagwell talks.
Away with the goal, baby.
Big match, Patriot.
The funniest person who did German suplexes who didn't know how to do one, considering he was good at everything else, Steven Regal. And I say this, he's one of my favorite wrestlers ever, but he literally broke his neck doing one. Trey Miguel did not work a match for AEW before being released. No. I'm gonna become gender blind. That was kind of progressive for a second. And then he's like, "I'm gonna beat your ass, lady." Gender blind. That's gotta be a new term. Fred, thank you for the follow on Twitch.
But TBS has a great game plan. We kick off with Smokey and the Bandit. Hit him with over the top.
See, my son Noli can do the back bridge and touch her nose. He's back on the wrestling team this year.
Strap ourselves in front of the TV and watch some movies, huh?
No football, no problem.
He's probably gonna have neck problems when he's like 30. That's his problem.
I'll be there. Hey, I'm the host.
I smoke, but at many fast food restaurants, it's not on the menu.
Isn't that great, Cecil? When something breaks on Twitter and then you're like, I know who I can text like immediately. Or I'm sitting with somebody who, hey, could you get me the scoop? And you just have it. It's awesome. It's the best feeling.
Shower doors and wall tile. It's these same calcium and lime deposits that clog your shower heads and make them spray in all directions and puts those etch-like stains in your coffee decanter.
Yeah.
Rust on bathtubs, sinks, and toilet
This is
bowls
just
are
how
all the
everything
result of
looks in
minerals
America
your
now.
water. And look what watering does to your cement and stucco. Now watch what happens when
Your
this filter is
stucco?
dipped in CLR. CLR cleans your bathroom
I've been called
tile
a
and shower
stucco in
doors
my
just
day.
as quickly. Make shower heads work like new and instantly gets crystalline glassware sparkling. Watch how fast it works on those bathtub and basin stains. You just brush
Isn't
away
it
sprinkler stains
the
from
shit that like
cement and
RFK
stucco.
wants to put in our food?
Yes, if CLR can clean a filter this badly clogged with calcium and lime, we guarantee it will work for you or we'll give you your money back.
CLR is available at Ace, True Value, Walgreens, Payless, Eckerd, and Kmart.
I smoke, but at many sporting events, it
I
doesn't
smoke.
play. No problem. I just chew Wrigley Spearmint Gum with such a cool, clean taste. It's something everyone can agree on. So when I can't smoke, I share some pure chewing satisfaction.
You can forget about Stephen King. Kane outsells them all.
His fans put him on the bestsellers list.
Kane disappeared 2 months ago without a trace.
Kane's writing has been known to have an effect on his readers.
Now, his novel is driving people insane. And only one man can stop him.
It's a sit-up.
The diabetes gnomes.
John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness. Rated R.
Anybody see that Chevy Chase documentary on
It still bugs me that I waited to try Old
on
Spice
HBO,
High
not
and
HBO Max, but
because I thought all flavors worked
CNN,
the same. Dumb. This proves it's the
where
best. Better than the leading stick. It evaporates less quickly. It also
where John Carpenter was like, yeah, I was gonna just quit filmmaking altogether after working with Chevy.
800 prove it, and they'll buy you a stick of yours. You gotta
It's
figure anyone that
interesting.
serious about deodorant
I don't know if it's a
deserves
good
serious
movie.
shot. Come on, take the high endurance challenge from Old Spice. I did.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to more exciting action.
Chevy
here
Chase,
on
yeah, there's a Chevy
Saturday
Chase
night. Some of the names you
documentary
haven't heard of lately.
was released on CNN.
Jesse, the
I'll be on
Bobby
HBO Max at the end of the month.
Where are they? What are they doing? I'm going to talk about it tonight during my exclusive hotline report at 1-900-909.
Chevy,
All of the latest news
they
inside
try to
out
rehab
wrestling
him
tonight
throughout
on
the movie,
hotline. Give me
but
a
he's
call.
such an
Tuesday night,
asshole
the Macho Man,
that it
right
just
here on the
doesn't work.
hotline. Right
It just
now,
doesn't
let's
work.
get you back to the ring.
Okay, me, Gene Okerlund, with you each and every week on the WCW Wrestling Hotline. Don't forget Bobby the Brain Heenan is tomorrow. I know you have a lot of stuff to tell you there.
Like the story about him, his whole blow up on the community set. and like him leaving the show just makes everybody look like assholes. But other than that, Chevy's pretty much the asshole the entire documentary. It's Ming, baby. Hey, Scrub J, hello. Looking forward to the Martin Short doc. It's gonna be on Netflix in a few months. Look at the ceiling at center stage. Why would you shoot that? It looks like it's gonna fall down. Baby Rich. One half of the Rich cousins with Johnny Rich. And they're Tommy Rich's cousins too. I love that this is the gimmick that he took to the AWF.
All right, what'd you find out, Brian?
I'm not.
What the fuck?
You see what you can make out of this. He goes and calls Flair home. Flair tells him, he says he hasn't got time right now to talk. He said,
he did a couple of matches. Ming did in the giant
now what does that mean? But I am going to Vegas.
Dragon Head thing at like a worldwide tape.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do on my hotline. I am going to call Ric Flair as soon as we're done here. I'm going to have everything that you need to know.
Yeah, a lot of these fans at these center stage tapings are creepy as hell, man.
I'm going to have that on my hotline starting at midnight.
That's midnight tonight.
That's right. Oh, the intrigue here. I kind of like it, I kind of don't like it. I need to know these things.
Look at this blacktop bully, would you?
Sorry, Noli's wrestling coach decided 9:30 at night would be a great time to finally send out information about the team that we've needed for like 3 weeks.
I mean, there's Arn Anderson. He's got Ming.
Doesn't he know that I host a worldwide popular old wrestling stream? He did crap his pants. War Games 94. Hey, Orion.
And he's going to do nothing but get better, thanks to the Colonel.
Simakin Ila, I apologize for botching your name, but thank you so much for the following. That's phenomenal. Arn Anderson came up with the Blacktop Bully name after drinking with Bobby Eaton. I heard those two would just like chop it up all night because they were next door neighbors. The scariest one, Barry Darso.
Boy, he certainly is. You realize having Vader and Flair in the same building with Hulk Hogan be like having the Melendez brothers come over for Mother's Day.
You're too much. Into the corner. Nobody there. The bully hit hard. Hit that shoulder in the ring post. And now Davey Rich with a flurry. Davey Rich with heavy right hands.
A Blacktop Bully is a guy who's a dick on the road.
To the ropes and a drop kick.
I imagined, since it's a school wrestling coach, if he knew about my stream, he'd be like, that gay wrestling shit, pro wrestling, Arn scares you? He always seemed cuddly to me.
He's not going anyplace.
Breaker 1-9.
Breaker 1-9, aka the Barely Legal. The only wrestling move named after pornography of young-looking women. Yeah, when he came back as just Barry Darso, they changed the name of that move to the Barely Legal. Hey, Jonathan. Happy Disney World vacation. I'm not. No. Chances are he knew that ECW used the name, didn't know what the context was. But yeah, that was the Barely Legal.
All right, the bully with the win.
Look at this. Look at that.
Look at it. Look at it.
275,030 in the air.
What a swerve that would be, like, at Barry Darso's Hall of Fame speech, if he's like, I've actually secretly been rushing this whole time, and I've gotten all this intel.
Let's go to Mean Gene.
Another hard-hitting victory for this man. The Blacktop Bully making a lot of noise in a short amount of time here at World Championship Wrestling.
I'm sure the boys thought it was fucking hilarious.
Along with
all those perverts.
Colonel Robert Parker. This guy's on a roll for you.
You best keep your hands off.
I love the aesthetic of the nice suit with the fingerless biker gloves. Remember, there was a point in the 90s where if you were wearing fingerless gloves, people assumed you were tough.
To go from a persecuted man inside a jail cell all the way to the top of WCW.
Yeah, look at Robert Fuller doing that Tom Phillips spread. He's like shoot a head taller than both these guys.
Getting my hands on Dustin Rhodes. Rhodes is the reason that the bully had to go to jail in the first place. And I'm going to guarantee you, just as sure Rhodes...
Yeah, Ming's the one guy that is actually as tough as that looks.
All right, you didn't just exactly pick up the parking ticket. You broke the law, bully.
I've never broken the law. It's
Suzanimal, thank you for upping that sub. 36 months. 3 years. Suzanimal, one of the all-time greats. Thank you, thank you.
That's the only way I'm going to be able to pay you all your money is to break some arms. Well, Dustin Rhodes, you're the reason why I went to jail.
I think Ming wanted to do the UFC fight, but everybody in WCW was like, you can't, because then it'll expose you.
So bad by me, just like that man in the ring.
Because they wouldn't let him rip people's eyeballs out.
You better be ready. I know you're young and dumb, but when I get done
But
with
is he full of
you're
cum?
gonna be like the family pet that crossed the road at the wrong time.
I noticed you came out of there with a couple of cartons of cigarettes. It couldn't have been too bad. I thank you, Blacktop Bully, Ming, and Colonel Robert Parker.
Was he being traded around?
Here on Saturday night.
That's a reference. It looks like he's in a Hives cover band. Love it, referee.
Ming, hey, stud stable.
By the time they asked Ming to do a UFC fight, they had banned a lot of things.
America's looniest human cartoon is now on home video. Okay. He's slap happy, eye-popping crazy. He's Jim Carrey in The Mask. Available for $19.98 or less wherever video is sold.
My brother married a lady that was obsessed with Jim Carrey for years. That's sick. Who didn't go to Robbinsdale High School? But no, like this gal that my brother married would talk like him all the time. Like it was really annoying. And then she left him. Because like he lost his job and he couldn't get another one because he was like injured. She was not smoking, no. Nice enough lady, but very bird-like.
At the Columbus, Ohio Convention Center, Saturday, January 21st, 7:30 p.m.
My brother's a dick, so who cares? I don't get along with most of my siblings. I have a weird family. I love my mom. The rest of them can fuck off for the most part. I have like 1 or 2 sisters I like. Look like Fire Marshal Bill. I wouldn't go that mean.
64-bit Jaguar. It's coming.
Wait, was that? I didn't catch that. Was that a date before the 21st? What? It's a very WCW thing to do.
Is taking shape in new Alka-Seltzer Plus liquid gels. Rushing concentrated medicines to soothe your aches, relieve your runny nose, free your breathing.
How do you go to the 92 Rumble but claim that Ric Flair didn't win it? That's amazing. I love WCW. Yeah, I went to Woodstock 99, but Limp Bizkit wasn't there. Your dentist likes listening to the G.G. Allen. The Three Faces of Fear entrance song is way sexier than that group should have had. Sting is maybe the weirdest top babyface in wrestling history. Like, he's a weird dude, and I love that about him. That's why he was so relatable. That's sick, Animal. I love Curtis Ayake. Another weirdo. Speaking of skullet, great skullet on Kevin. Oh shit, we're doing brother versus brother.
His opponent in this brother versus brother match. He's from Woo.
And he's wasting no time. Dave Sullivan storming the ring. And that maybe was
Do you think Hogan had that robe hanging up in his boot shop? Sullivan on the main stage, the butcher in the bar.
He should have idolized his brother, not this imbecile Hulk Hogan. This is what got him in trouble.
Like, that's a scary freaking road.
And he will continue to be the boss of that family.
Could you imagine, like, getting down with your partner, being like, let me get into something more comfortable, and then you come out wearing that thing?
Hulk Hogan t-shirt underneath, the magic slippers are there, and he ducks his head and sends Kevin crashing to the center of the ring.
The Heels of Fear. It's I have no idea. I have no idea how to finish that joke.
Brother versus brother.
Onyx, thank you for keeping up that watch stream. Much appreciated.
Hogan's the reason for this.
Yes. Yes, Green Boy, he did. He did it again in TNA with Abyss.
Well, this man, David Sullivan, is put in the hospital. If he's put on the shelf, it's all because of you, Hulk Hogan. You're going to have to live with that. But then again, you don't care about anybody but yourself.
One of our two big main events we got for you this week here on WCW Saturday night.
Yeah, when Abyss had to be Dave Sullivan for like 3 months in TNA, funny as shit.
Kevin is just one tough customer.
Forget about this one having any semblance of a match. This is a family feud. This is a brawl. This is personal. We just got to sit back. Randy Anderson doing the same thing and just watch. Let him go at it.
We need Ray Combs here. For this
So part of Dave Sullivan's whole dyslexia thing is they had him wear red tights because they were the opposite of the yellow. Because apparently,
And Kevin choking, clawing, now pounding.
apparently you can do color dyslexia.
Grabbing the hair. Pulls him back. Pounds again.
Oh yeah, oh guaranteed. Randy Hogan probably fucking hated Dave Sullivan.
You know, the whole Sullivan family fights like
Well,
this all the time. Mom, Dad.
I have to imagine if you talk to Randy Hogan off to the side of like an indie show, he would motherfuck Dave Sullivan. That was supposed to be me, brother. That motherfucker stole my spot.
And Dave goes crashing again. Kevin, one of his patented moves from the ropes. All of his
Oh my god, the Sheequalizer. Oh, I have to pitch that to somebody. I have somebody in mind. I'm gonna start pitching that around to people. That's a great idea, Susanimal.
Do you have any siblings, brothers, sisters?
I have a sister.
I think he called him that once, Canadian RoboCop.
No.
Macho Warrior Rick Hogan should have never done a podcast because he's a creepy fucking pedophile. And he's convicted, so I can say it without the allegedly. The Butcher.
See, here we go. Forget about the match. Forget about winning and losing. You knew that when Kevin's around, the three faces of fear are not too far behind, and there is some sort of plan here.
There's always a plan, and they're always real close, like you said. You see one
That's amazing. I need to find that Stephen J. Neptune man. Yes, Mercedes Martinez was the booty vulture in the Vulture Squad. So, thank God he cut that thing. It's horrifying. Macho Warrior Rick Hogan like had a bunch of child porn that he got busted for. It's a shame that AEW's never brought in Ed Leslie to do something with Andy Williams. They are not shoot related, no. Macho Warrior Rick Hogan is the pedophile I'm talking about, Susanimal. It's crazy how we have to identify which wrestling pedophile we're talking about, because there's so many of them.
That's his trademark. What's he going to do now? They're going to cut his hair. They're cutting Dave's hair.
I love Butcher's tights. It's like, what would a butcher have on his tights? I put a medieval axe on there. That seems butchery. Yes, Tower of Doom, Macho Warrior Rick Hogan. The magic slippers. I can't. I love that they call them magic slippers. Yeah, what if this was an extension of Brutus the Barber, and now he just, like, cuts people's clothes off? Oh no, he was allowed to say boots. It just is funny to say slippers. Dave Sullivan was not legitimately disabled? No. He's like a high school teacher now. Yeah, those are some great scissors to be cutting through those boots. This is how you bring in Tony Atlas. Why are you destroying that man's shoes? Perfect with good shoes. Yes, Wild Bill Ash made those boots, that's right. I love that he's still cutting them. You just took that man's shoes off. You were disgusting.
Kevin Sullivan, you have reached an all-time low.
You're right, I have reached an all-time low. But it comes at a right time. In Caesar's Palace on the 25th.
I love how disgusted Gene looks, looking down at Kevin Sullivan.
Hogan, Savage,
also, I love that Kevin Sullivan's the one short wrestler in history who wasn't like, I need to look taller. I need to wear lifts. He's like, fuck it, dude. I'm 4'6", and you're not gonna fuck with me. Seriously, having to cut your money promo. I cut your magic slippers.
Problem with mortality about 8 years ago, because I was looking at my own mortality.
My own mortality.
Deathbed, and she wouldn't leave.
Yes, technically, Yvette Sullivan should also have a Boston accent, but he didn't. He talked like goofy.
And as I walked in, the hospital room parted like the Red Sea. The nurses backed away, and my family
Right, because you weren't wearing
away.
pants, buddy.
And my mother tried to say something, and I couldn't hear her. And she reached up and grabbed me by the head and said, "It's not my fault. It's not your fault."
I was like, is your mom Jimmy Garvin?
Hogan, Savage, you're talking about two different beasts. This isn't one legendary giant and a one made for TV monster. This is Kevin Sullivan in the Butcher.
I would not disagree with your late mother now.
I love that. Would not disagree with your late mother. What a line.
We'll never be run out of WCW. We are here to stay, Hogan. We are hard.
Yeah, the man says he's done with this gimmick 4 months later. I guarantee you Ed Leslie and his wife Missy Beefcake are absolutely selling bootleg Hogan merch. Guarantee you.
I smoke, but when I travel, it's not on the itinerary.
You sure, buddy?
That's okay. I've got Wrigley Spearmint Gum. It's got a cool, clean taste that can go with me anywhere. So when I can't smoke, I pack plenty of pure chewing satisfaction.
America's looniest human cartoon is now on home video. Okay. He's slap happy, eye-popping crazy. He's Jim Carrey.
Maybe this is why so many wrestlers use Jim Carrey lines in their promos in this era. They wouldn't stop running that commercial.
It's virtually invisible. Now you see it. Now you don't.
Why did advertisers think wrestling fans couldn't hear?
We'll send you these free booklets that tell you how the virtually invisible
Is it because all the
mirage may help
entrance
you hear
music
better.
sucks?
If you call 1-800-863-4100 right now, we'll also send you this free videotape, Hearing Loss and You. It'll show you the most common causes
What?
and solutions for hearing loss. And
There's
we'll
a
include
Jim
free
Carrey
booklets about the new Mirage hearing aid
worked
from Miracle
so
Ear.
much
You see, Mirage is our most
in the
advanced
mid-90s.
hearing aid that fits completely into the ear canal. It's not only small, it's virtually invisible. Call Miracle Ear at 1-800-863-4100. We'll send you important new
Yeah.
information about hearing loss and the virtually invisible Mirage.
It's amazing. I know he's wearing it, but I can't see it.
So call Miracle Ear at 1-800-863-4100.
That's what they say about a lot of things with that gentleman. Cable Guy's okay. I don't think it's like this underground classic like some do. I also don't think it sucked like some do. It's okay.
Americans have always loved cars. They pamper them, talk to them, sometimes even look like them. And for
Yeah, George
accessories and
Washington
parts, they
loved
look to
cars.
J.C. Whitney. Get the ultimate
Abe Lincoln,
performance from your
big
truck, van,
Corvette
RV,
guy.
or off-road vehicle with heavy-duty suspension products from Gabriel. And got a few minutes? Add a room lets the entire family enjoy outdoor living and dining in a screened, insect-free environment. Call
Exactly,
1-800
Suzanne.
J.C.
Well,
Whitney
yes.
to get your free J.C. Whitney catalog.
I smoke, but at work it's not allowed. So I employ my own
Yes,
brand.
yes,
Wrigley
Like
Spearmint
every
Gum. Got
bit
cool, clean taste,
that would have
makes
made you
me a
laugh during the
success with
movies
all
and the
my
trailers.
coworkers. So when I can't smoke, I share some pure chewing satisfaction.
Richard Nixon constantly tried to stop turning into a werewolf. Yes. That's the only thing that was wrong with Nixon, apparently. Not all that other stuff.
Sharky and Hutch are back and all over TNT's cage.
I saw Liar
Every single
Liar
weeknight at 6.
in theaters with my dad. There we go. Vader's gonna kill somebody. Brown, 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 brown. Oh shit. That is definitely an enhancement guy in the ring. He's holding the belt far away from him so that he does not make it smell. You've told me that, Suzanimal. I think that's going to be the next Not Quite Wrestle. I swear. That's awesome.
And he's also got to concern himself with Kevin Sullivan and the Butcher.
Wrestling fans fucking love barking.
And you know, there's no love lost between Hogan and Flair. And there's no love lost between
Alex Davis is the opponent. Great belts. WCW had great belts. Great belts. This one here. I'm going back to that shop in a couple weeks for another one of my kids' Beyblade tournaments. Oh my god! There's a Turner executive at ringside wearing a Vader mask.
In a long, long time in World Championship Wrestling, because these two men will get it on. The WCW Heavyweight Champion.
Oh,
Here.
oh.
Oh my goodness! The most feared man in our sport today. Look how he is pounding around.
He dropped the guy.
I hope you don't make a mistake and do something to Hogan at the Clash of Champions where it would take him out of having a title shot. You know, if he does something that hurts Hogan,
You just say that was Hogan's boy?
he's got to be smart on
That's like 2 layers of racist. Jeez! Holy shit! Hogan doesn't care about that guy. Did Vader just say he's gonna give him a disability?
Intimidation that Vader has. He is just a monster of a man. A powerhouse.
Well, I understand now. I talked to one of our people that work in the press department, and they were telling me they've had reservations made from people from all over the world.
Oh my! Oh! The worst place to accidentally screw up running the ropes is in a match with Vader. I think Vader's do-rag might have like disintegrated. As we all know, Hulk Hogan likes to dodge responsibility when it came to his African-American brethren, let's say. Nick Patrick leaning on that rope. Oh god, face eraser's coming.
And the man who's going to be known as Mr.
He went up, he's like, I'm dying. Oh, he laid his titty on him. Titty sweat, gross. Like a couple $100 a taping, Ash Ketchum. Hogan did not pin Vader during this feud because Vader was like, I can't get pinned because I got Japan commitments, and Hogan's like, I can't get pinned because my contract. So they're kind of at an impasse. Hogan beat him in the cage match by going over the top.
I could comment on all this, Tony, but I don't know what to say. You just watch it. Just watch this man, Vader.
Yeah, I guarantee you those models got paid more than Alex Davis.
Oh, is he powerful? Is he mean?
Again, love this. It's like accepting his fate. I'm going to die.
Get out of town.
Yeah, Hogan beat him in the strap match by pinning Ric Flair. Oh gosh, so smelly. I love this era of Harley Race dressing like a professional bowler. When he got the satin jacket right before he like bailed from WCW.
WCW heavyweight champion Hulk Hogan. I cannot believe.
I don't think they tried to sell it to enhancement guys. They just put their names up on the wall.
An interview with the WCW heavyweight champion Hulk Hogan.
Like, hey, go up and do that. Also, hate Vader not wearing the gloves. I think it looks tacky.
Call Hulk Hogan out on the carpet.
He goes where he wants to go, when he wants to go, and on his time. Talk to the man.
Harley was gone by the Clash. He was in a car accident, and they're just like, this is a good point to cut bait.
Meet at any venue, any arena, anywhere in the world prior to February the 19th.
Oakland, the whole world knows.
If he walks into Hooters, you gotta leave.
I wait for no company. I have in my possession, my little friend, 2 tickets. Oh yeah, Vader will be in the arena. Vader will be ringside. Hogan!
Vader is the only person that can make delivering a promo like Vader work.
Going to be there. Let's talk about the Clash of Champions at Caesar's Palace.
I love it. Multiple folks, Low Dog and Swayze, both with the same thought. Hooters went bankrupt because we have pornography. I don't want to have a boner when I'm eating wings.
Real face, what you're looking at. 450 pounds. The most powerful man in the world today. But remember this. It may happen in the hallway.
No, Gene didn't wear the glasses during the intro, I don't believe. But Gene would wear them regularly in this era. We do not have a Twin Peaks around here, no.
If you get through that match that you're in, it might happen at the end of that. But one way or another, one time.
Send for the van.
That night, you will see Vader eye to eye. You will feel the power. You will feel the pain.
Stop whispering. They're playing the audio track of the crowd way louder than you.
Moratorium here, ladies and gentlemen. Vader's picked up a couple of tickets for he and Harley Race. He's going to be ringside.
What if they were like really shitty seats?
For the Clash of Champions, who knows what's going to happen? We're back in a minute.
Bottoms up, put under.
Hey, dudes.
Hey, Paul Roma's coming up next.
WCW. And I want to tell you all
Again, he's telling his bicep, hey, call the hotline. Call the hotline.
It's got 8 incredible options, like Beat the Hulk, Hulk Trivia, and one of my great Hulk messages.
I just want the waiters and the waitresses to, like, hand me food. They don't need to be erotic. Just be comfortable. I'd go to a restaurant where they wore sweats and, like, blazers. Shit. Hoodies. As long as the food's good. Vader was the United States champion. Voodoo. Again, this is the worst environment for an erection. Nothing about this is hot. I'm gonna play SNES with Paul Nakano.
Hell is a dark prison filled with lost souls and demons. And how do you escape this damnation?
How did this guy not end up in wrestling? Great promo.
The best tune for the 64-bit Jaguar.
When the bear comes out of hibernation, motor skills are awkward. He is bad-tempered. He hears little, sees less, but his sense of smell remains keen. The bear sniffs. The refreshing scent of coast revives
This
him.
guy's not a bear.
Repulsive lather engulfs him. After which
Like,
he becomes friendly and
Not
playful.
nearly big enough. Hey, Wolfie, yes, this is old WCW before Nitro.
The
Yes.
eye open.
96, 97.
Got a cold? Now improved Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime gives you the most nighttime relief you can get with a taste NyQuil users prefer.
Wrestling
only
fans
two.
can't hear. They're always
To
sick.
one. Sweet dreams.
Stanley Ipkiss was your average.
I don't
nice
want to
guy
watch this movie.
until he came face to face with the mask.
Okay.
Now he's America's looniest human cartoon.
Thank you very much.
He's slap happy, eye-popping crazy.
Somebody stop me.
Jim Carrey made so many obnoxious assholes think they were funny. Seriously, this is just a... We're just watching the mask in 30-second increments. He's, in 1995, he's still wearing the Young Stallions jacket from 1986. I love it. I am so sorry you took a date to see that movie, bro. It's not like a horrible movie. Just not a good date movie.
But not skipping Jim. All right, pretty Paul Roma in this one-on-one matchup.
Hey, the couple of the models came back.
Standing by after this, an up-close and personal look at one of the great superstars.
Yes, Paul. Paul was there till March. They didn't fire him immediately. Hey, Mike Davis.
Mike Davis, the opponent for Paul Roma.
Way more jacked than the other Mike
We talked
Davis.
about in our year-end show on New Year's Eve. Remember we talked about during 1995. We are
Paul didn't refuse the job. He just ate up Alex in the match. Hell yeah, baby. We are over 100 viewers.
That was the all-nighter. I'm talking about the year-end review show, Brain.
That's good, Brian. Always good when you can take somebody with a crappy movie and still remain friends.
Your mind's always cluttered with one thing or the other. Nevertheless,
Super Bowl 95 is a bad show.
1995, and there's no question about it. If Flying Brian wants to be a part of that, we'll have an up-close and personal look at Flying Brian in just a few moments. But right now, Paul Roma, what a powerful man he is. But look at Mike Davis. A shoulder block and then drops down to make a cover. Pretty fundamental.
Shoulder block, drop, turning round.
And Davis goes for a cover.
Whoa. Whoa.
Davis is a big guy. There's no doubt about that. And he's in shape. Let's just see how much knowledge he has of the sport.
A pickup by
Oh.
Paul Roma, and he dropped him right on the back of his head.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, Paul Romo's, if he came around now, he would be
The man can climb the ropes backwards.
big, strong boy. He'd be a Haas. Nowadays. Now, back then, he was a little boy.
Let us remind you a couple of things at WCW tonight in Columbus, Ohio. Just about time for bell time there. And tomorrow afternoon, the Palumbo Center in Pittsburgh at 3 p.m.
The Palumbo Center. Did Chuck Palumbo ever wrestle in that building? He had to have.
Out of the mouth of Bobby the Brain Heenan about the rumor that he heard. It was pretty much confirmed here later on that Ric Flair will be.
I do. I love backbreakers.
And it's nothing I'm making up, is it, Chanel?
I
mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Quality of WCW pay-per-views went way up after 95.
Flair will be in Las Vegas on a big elbow drop.
Like,
We have no idea.
by the time they regularly started integrating, like, Malenko, Guerrero, etc., like, pay-per-views got really good.
He will not be in the ring. He will not be wrestling.
Will he be sitting near Vader? Will he be
I know at one point, Paul Roma, like, found an indie guy that looked just like him and was trying to convince people that he was his shoot cousin Alex, and did a dark match for the WWF.
I'm going to have it right from Flair's mouth. I'm going to ask him, put the question right to him. Rick, what in the heck are you up to? And will you be in Vegas at the Clash?
Even though, like, everyone in the business knew Paul didn't have a cousin named Alex. Wait, were you at that dark match live, or has it leaked? Referee.
Forearm shots right between the shoulder blades.
I remember reading The Observer that week where Meltzer's like, yeah, everybody thought Paul Roma was an asshole for trying to say that this guy was his shoot cousin. The Pretty Primos. Could you imagine Paul Roma in Attitude Era WWF doing like a shithead Italian gimmick?
Roma up on top. Pretty Paul.
For a guy that had legit good hops, that kind of sucked.
Things don't look good for Mr. Davis. Things don't look good for Mr. Hogan.
Yeah, do you think Tom Brandi pitched that
I just hope you don't
when his career was going down, bringing Paul Roma?
A pickup Paul Roma with a perfectly executed power slam that
He
time.
loved to do that. He loved to leap on the second rope, like, hey, Ma, look what I can do. Seriously, that elbow drop's amazing. All right, you saw it live. Yeah, it was. It was right after Starrcade '97. It was ended '97. Yes.
He's not going anywhere.
God, could you imagine Paul Roma in ECW? Paul Roma sharing a locker room with like Amish roadkill.
He's confident. He's cocky.
I think it was Connecticut. Yeah.
Pretty Paul, Romeo Roma.
Tom Brandi offered Paul Roma money to beat Paul Roma.
What an athlete. Nail him.
There's what a shitty fist drop, considering he then jumped 20 feet in the air for the elbow drop. Look at that elbow drop. He kind of looks like Guido. Wow.
Not one school offered me a full scholarship.
Look at that hair.
Pursued walking on at the University of Miami. And I think I started out something like
Nylon.
7th, 18 middle guard there. Everybody thought I was too small, and to cast me in that role was even made matters worse. I went on to become a two-time All-American Kodak Associated
that's
Press. I
the
was
ultimate mullet.
Defensive Player of the Year in the Mid-American Conference, and unanimous.
Like maybe the fakest looking
All-American
fake hair in
Conference
wrestling
my,
history.
Junior and senior years. Well, the highlight of my NFL career had to be making the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, I got to believe it's every kid's dream that's ever gone out during recess and played on the playground that someday he wants to be in the NHL, the NFL,
It wasn't mine.
And here I was.
When kids would play basketball at recess, I would be the coach.
The hometown team.
And I would just like, I would like watch 5 minutes of an NBA game, write down the names of 2 plays, and just be like, go do this.
Himself, Walter Payton, who's now in the Hall of Fame. He squared up to block me. I stuck my helmet in his chest, mowed him right over, and I didn't even care what happened the rest of the play. Just kind of looked over him and was in awe that I had put Walter Payton on the turf. Overcoming adversity and against all odds.
How do you not edit out him botching the word adversity?
Football or wrestling, I've always been told I was too small, too slow.
That's why I grew this giant mullet so I could be 240 pounds.
Unfortunately, this raspy voice is the courtesy of 33 operations for polypoma, my vocal cords, and that started when I was 2 years old and before I was even able to form my own words. But I think back then that instilled in me a competitive spirit. Life never came easy to me, and I think that I was able to.
Tookie Tucker, the wrestling trucker. Oh, I have to find Tookie Tucker matches now.
Daily life. So looking
Alex
back,
Aroma, Tookie Tucker, the wrestling
Brian
trucker.
Bryan is certainly at the crossroads. I let the burden of my former partner Steve Austin be a chip on my shoulder. I let it drag me down way, way too far. Just to see the adversity.
No, it wasn't. He like he had like
the
polyps
crazy
on his throat.
tragedies they've had, and to see that that fighting spirit, it really meant a lot to me and put my problems in perspective.
Fighting spirit, you
Another
fucking
venture I'm
Japanese
really
tape
excited with
mark.
is going to take place in California is a guest spot on the TV series Baywatch, which I think is the hottest show on television today, and I'm really excited about this, and hopefully
Yeah.
it'll flourish into a second career. You're going to find out in a
Yes,
hurry.
Brian.
The eye of the
A
tiger is
cameo on
back, flying
Baywatch
by.
is going to
And I
launch
will
you
do
into
whatever it
acting.
takes, make whatever
I don't think it was
sacrifice necessary
quite cancer,
to
but yeah,
be
he
the
would like
best I can
grow.
be
He would have
and walk away with
growths.
that cruiserweight title. And I challenge
Oh,
anybody.
shit.
I challenge you to come out to California, see the type of dedication, the training that's going on, and what's going
Yeah,
to
come
lead
in,
me to
Tito
victory.
Santana, and wrestle me. But no, he would have polyps crawling his throat.
What's it like to experience?
That's right. Yeah, he was going to be in that shitty triple cage match on Censor 96. And he's called the office like, hey, I can't make it. I got polyps on my throat.
Lemon, lime, and grape. So this would be a fruity box bang. Now add an orange.
And it's a king tang.
Box bang. Every Skittles combination
Is a new experience. A cattywampus.
a double dodecathon.
A fruit.
How do you describe a
All of these dudes in this commercial have the top of Brian's hair without the nylon hair coming out the sides.
This could be your arm. This could be your chest.
This could be your kidneys.
Shoulders. This could be your thigh.
I think Eric Young from TNA has the same thing. That's why his voice is pretty similar.
This could be your body. This could be the way. The Soloflex Muscle Machine, just $39 a month. Call now for a free brochure.
Yeah, WCW would just let fucking anybody
Oh, you forgot
get
your...
ad time. Or TBS would.
New Butterfinger BBs. Unbelievable snackable balls of crispity, crunchy peanut butter.
There you are.
That's what they used to call me in high school, snackable balls.
On my Butterfinger BBs.
America's loneliest
damn.
cartoon is now on home video. Okay. He's slap happy, eye-popping crazy. He's Jim Carrey in The Mask. Available for $19.98 or less wherever video is sold.
Not a Butterfinger guy myself. WCW commercials were like, improve your life, you loser. Yeah, the people that were handling the Mask's advertising efforts, like, let's just buy all the ads on one wrestling show, and that's it.
Only the Cartoon Network can bring you an entire night.
I heard the TNC, the TNA and AMC ads are all like old people shit.
Next Saturday at midnight.
Will Hall, I don't know. I like Reese's Cups and Crunch Bars.
Present the Clash of the Champions live and exclusively here on TBS.
Another song that's way too sexy for the wrestler that's coming out to it.
In Las Vegas, the Guardian Angel assigned by Nick Bockwinkel as the special referee. Sting and Avalanche in the big return match, and you know.
You think Zoran Mamdani was watching this show as a child? Little baby, thinking, someday I'm gonna take out that guy's leader.
Yep.
Bobby Starr, the opponent. Hollywood Bobby Starr.
Think of that. He's going to tell that big man.
Another great mullet.
You may be coughing up your little red hat by the time the evening's over. Pat.
Coughing up your little red hats.
Coming up this coming Tuesday, the day before the
My dad used to always think that when he was the Guardian Angel, he was wearing like a Brick Mason's Union shirt.
Hollywood this Tuesday, the Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, and Jimmy Hart will all be at Planet Hollywood beginning at 4 p.m. local Las Vegas time.
It's just Bob Starr here. Can't be Bobby.
That's right. That's in town. We'll be there with that all week long. What a week this is going to be in Las Vegas.
We still have comments from Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, later on.
Yes, Lisa Sliwa did train to be a wrestler, and she made like one appearance on Tuesday Night Titans. Vince McMahon was in love with her. Thought she was going to be like the next Wendy Richter.
The man who stands for law and order, Guardian Angel, sending
He did just throw an inside crescent kick, yes.
Remember, 3 strikes.
Grabs his nose.
He's an intimidator as well.
Oh, he's a rule breaker, this man. There's no doubt about it.
That is, okay, that's a weird team, Brian. I love it, though. It's very inspired. Bob Starr and Steve Bradley.
Bobby Starr. Never turn your back on the
Steve Bradley was like a RVD type of wrestler.
Never turn your back on him is right.
What the hell?
That was a mistake from Bobby Starr. Nick Patrick now.
You know, he's a very frustrated man, this Guardian Angel. I mean, I just have a feeling there's something building inside of him. I mean, I look at his eyes and everything, and he's about
I look at his eyes and everything.
And if Avalanche gets in his way, that's going to be something to see.
You're right about that, Brain. Drop kick from Bobby Starr.
I love that Ray's like, I'm not bumping for this guy.
And Starr getting the advantage, and now he's going up top.
They're both proteges of Ron Wright. That's awesome.
With the Guardian Angel, with Avalanche, with the Stinger, with Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man.
Total Extreme Wrestling is a booking sim game. Very involved.
Than was done earlier in Kobe, Japan, when that earthquake happened. I mean, they're capable of destroying the whole town.
It's on, the Clash of the Champions coming up.
I think we're gonna get the Angel Slam.
And a spike slam. 1, 2, 3. This one's over.
I used to try to crash TNM7. I would download the plugin that made like the special gimmick matches, and then just add every possible gimmick and like fill the screen. See if I could crash it.
And as we said, Ric Flair is going to be in Las Vegas.
Never could.
Fireworks could be flying. All right.
Shout out Oliver Cobb. Oliver knows.
The big man. He's got to remember, when you get in that ring, Guardian Angel, you are not a wrestler. You are an official of WCW. Do the job right.
Let's go to Mean Gene Okerlund. Just getting the Duke here on Saturday night.
The Duke.
Guardian Angel. Guardian, come on in. This coming
Guardian.
Wednesday at 8:05 Eastern Time here on TBS.
It's his first name, Guardian.
Referee.
I love him walking in like Paula Poundstone. I do remember Joe Babinsack, one of the weirder writers for the Observer website.
All over the world. This match, January the 25th in Las Vegas, Nevada, might be the most important of all for 2 reasons. First reason being the quality of athletes, Sting and Avalanche. The second reason being, I wasn't asked to be Special Reed.
Oh, you were appointed.
That's right.
Yeah, Oliver Kopp, I've interacted with him a few times online. Seems very sweet.
The board of directors. That means a lot to me, because when they took my handcuffs, nightstick, and uniform, I wondered, Mean Gene, how come they came down so hard on me?
By the way, shout out to Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez for selling their website to an equity firm.
Reminded me of that, and for that I'm very grateful.
That's why it fucking sucks now. And it's just SEO bait.
People say how much they love you. They say,
hey, disposable beans.
Well, January the 25th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't let them.
Yeah, you haven't heard? Like, if you look at the Observer site, it like changed overnight a few months ago. It just became SEO bullshit. Like, it's like a Sami Zayn wiki type entry.
I'm gonna call it right down the middle, just like I see it.
Like, it's that for like all the top WWE guys.
Or you're gonna have to answer to me too.
But
I don't think they could have
yeah, no, Meltzer and Alvarez sold the website to an equity firm. Yeah, the website's junk, but they cashed out, like big time. Yeah, I can't use the Torch site or the PW Insider. Equity firm, it's like one of those like a hedge fund, like one of those groups that like they just buy businesses. Yeah, pretty much. It's the type of groups that bought out like Hooters and Toys R Us and like bankrupted them. I like Sean. I don't like the guy that owns Fightful, Jimmy Van.
It's not on the menu. So
But I love Sean.
My own Wrigley Spearmint gum.
I have no idea, but yeah,
taste that everyone enjoys.
But yeah,
So
big
when I can't
like
smoke,
hedge fund
I
group
enjoy pure
bought
chewing
the Observer
satisfaction.
site.
These hard
They're buying
deposits
everything
on this
now.
filter are the same ones that cloud your shower doors and wall tile. It's these same calcium and lime deposits that clog your shower heads and make them spray in all directions and puts those
Like,
like stains in your
I would love
costly
to.
cabin.
I would love. My
Rock-on
goal
bathtub,
is
sinks,
for a
and
hedge
toilet
fund to
bowls are
buy
all
my
a result of
streams,
minerals in your water. And look what watering does to your cement and stucco.
and these just get
Now,
fucking
watch what
terrible.
happens when
But
this
I cash
filter is
out.
dipped in CLR. CLR cleans your bathroom tile and shower doors.
Johnny B. Bad
just
wrestled at the
Makes
Great American
shower heads
Bash
work like
against
new and
Brian
instantly
Pillman.
gets crystalline glassware sparkling. Watch how fast it works on those bathtub and basin stains. You just brush
Yeah, that's
away
pretty much what's
filter
going to
stains
happen.
from
That's why
cement and
Brian is
stucco.
doing all the YouTube stuff.
Yes, if CLR can clean a filter this
But
bad
Brian
with
also
clogged
seems like he
calcium
doesn't
and lime,
want to like
we
watch
guarantee
wrestling anymore.
It will work for you, or we'll give you your money back.
CLR is available at Ace,
True Value, Walgreens, Payless, Eckerd, and Kmart.
Stanley Ipkiss was your average nice guy. Until he came face to face with the mask.
But every time I see a clip from NXT,
America's looniest human cartoon.
remember that show Undressed on MTV? That was like porn without the sex? That's what every promo and backstage vignette on NXT looks like.
1998 or less wherever video is sold.
Like, I have no fucking idea what's going on NXT.
Presenting
None.
Sounds of the 80s. Now, hit all your favorite 80s hits in one Dynamite collection.
No. That's what would probably happen. WCW Deep Cuts with Glenn Gilberti.
That's more than one full hour of powerful hits.
Yeah, the peak of the Observer of the F4W website, like 06, 07. Like Buddy Wayne Weekly, and it was great.
Then audition other great sounds.
Alex Wright versus Pillman at the Bash. It was Pillman and Bad at Fall Brawl.
Sounds of the 80s is not.
I hope Brent Crimmins doing okay. I haven't heard about him in a long time. I hope he's okay. That's all I can say. I hope he's alright. I would not do. I couldn't do that. I would hand over the stream to Duistico before I would ever co-host with them.
It's something everyone can agree on. So when I can't smoke, I share some pure chewing satisfaction.
All right, fans, welcome back to more action here.
Well, good. I haven't listened to the Christmas show in years.
Jesse's the Body Ventura, Jim Ross. There's a couple of names out of the past. Whatever
Couple
happened
crazy
to 'em?
guys
You
from the
wanna know?
past.
Well, give me a call tonight. I'll talk about it during my exclusive hotline report. 1-900-909-9900.
I would Budge Wire myself
It's $1.49 for the
if
first
I had to
time.
get on a Zoom call with Glenn Gilberti.
Thereafter. And on Tuesday nights on the hotline, it's
WCW Deep Cuts live with Vince Russo and Brian Alvarez's racist grandma. Yeah, let's do it.
It's all happening on Saturday night.
Promotional consideration.
Roddy P. Gossett would sell the rights to WCW to somebody.
You control them, arm them, crash them.
Daniel would be there. Please put Robert E. Lee in WWE 2K27.
Cologne, the great masculine scent that's easy to wear and hard for a woman to resist. Stetson fits.
To get the goods, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to P.O. Box.
See, this is wild. Lee Marshall didn't start on WCW TV for a year after this. But that's clearly him doing the voiceover. Oh my god, there's 25 minutes left on this video.
Introducing team number 1 to be accompanied by the greatest promoter on the face of the earth, Colonel Robert.
On the face of the earth. It must have been so much fun for Buck to do his hair like that. Yeah, 25 minutes of Dirty Dick. Dick Slater looks good here. Looks like a handsome little cowboy model.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents in this feature event.
Yeah, maybe main event was racist to somebody. That's why they had to use featured confrontation. I love that the WCW Nasty Boys song is just the WWF one with them rapping over it. It's awesome. Yeah, I love the guys in the back on the floor. Fuck yeah, high five. There's just a guy. There's a picture of you. Just look at it. It's a picture of you. People like that in 2026, they're the type of people that have those like social media bios that are like, followed by Chelsea Green on this day. Those models go, I'm gonna blow my nose on them. Yes.
Thursday night gets bigger when Scottie Pippen and company check out ex-Bull Horace Grant and his new magic act. The Bulls and the Magic, Thursday night at 8 Eastern on TBS. Thursday night just got bigger.
America's looniest human cartoon is now on home video.
Okay.
He's slap happy, eye-popping crazy.
I love the Steiners and the Nasties.
In the Mask, available for
the Gambler.
wherever video is sold.
Oh, Michael Jordan. Bow down 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 down. Yeah, $19.99 or less, because the price will go down soon.
By Fabergé, the essence of man.
Hell is a dark prison filled with lost souls and demons.
This guy should have managed the Dungeon of Doom.
Blast the pink demon right between their beady little eyes.
The best for the 64-bit Jaguar.
Inside this precious package is the photo.
Oh no, don't make me sad. I don't want to be sad. I'm watching wrestling. I don't want to be sad.
Child who urgently needs your love. Hello. I'm Walter Coppage for Children International.
Walter Coppage was a guy who I saw so many times watching TBS
child overseas.
sitcom
I want to
reruns.
send you this kit, absolutely free, and with no obligation, so you can see for yourself one little boy or little girl waiting to be sponsored. You'll get to know that child and find out if sponsorship is for you. You're not obligated.
This is how Beyond Wrestling pays for all their shows now, by the
Tell us if you
way.
prefer a boy or a girl, and you may choose your child's country. We'll select an individual child.
Drew Cordero sits there with pictures of sad wrestlers. For just $50, you could make sure this person gets to eat Hardee's on the way home.
Just look at this little child who lives in poverty in the Philippines. She needs nutritious food and medical care.
Yeah, give her a fucking sandwich, Grape. Stop filming them and just feed them. Sell that camera.
And this little girl
Buy him 6 months worth of
desperately needs
food.
a chance to go to school. Won't you call now? This isn't some abstract concept like millions of stars.
This isn't an abstract concept. No, it's not.
Is a real child. And you will hold his picture.
You've spent so much money on this ad. Just give it to the
if you decide
kids.
to become a sponsor, your monthly gift is only $12, and you get letters from your child, updated photos, and more. This affordable $12 program is possible because we
Again,
look for ways to keep costs
y'all can
down
pay for
without
this.
sacrificing the care your child receives. But this precious package.
Carol
is
O'Connor
free,
at
and there's no
WrestleMania would be
obligation.
absurd.
So call now for the photo and case history of one little child.
Seriously, how much did a 2-minute ad on TBS cost? They could have just given it to these kids.
652-4433.
Tony and the Brain back with you on WCW Saturday night. Good to have you with us, and the momentum is building.
What a day this has been.
Boy, oh boy. Fans,
Could you imagine being the person that dyes Brian Knobb's blonde mullet, bleaches it?
Brain will have more on it on the wrestling
How
highlights.
awful that smells.
Beginning at midnight tonight. Of course, you can join Mean Gene up until that time on the wrestling hotline. But Ric Flair will be in Las Vegas for the Clash of the Champions. Let me tell you something else. The Nasty Boys are going to be in Las
Nasty,
Vegas. They're
nasty.
On behalf of WCW, the Nasty Convention, they're going to be in Las Vegas as well, although they are not scheduled to be on the Clash of the Champions itself.
But who knows what they're going to do? I'll tell you, though, at midnight tonight, I will be
Yeah, they're
talking to
chanting
Ric
in
Flair
all of them.
right from the horse's
Like those
mouth.
matches where
You tell me, champ.
you got like a Canadian against a German and the crowd's chanting USA.
Are you going to be at the Clash?
That's what people chanting nasty at these guys is like. Okay, Stephen J. Neptune Man, this week in history. January 21st, 95, the Rangers beat the Montreal Canadiens on the ice. #1 movie in America, Legends of the Fall. #1 song in America, On Bended Knee by Boyz II Men. And thank you for the factoids as always, Stephen J. Neptune Man. That was almost a suplex.
Side salto takeover from Jerry.
Side salto takeover.
From the Nasty Boys.
There was nothing side about
That must
that.
not be the real Nasty Boys then. Hasn't kicked one guy in the face yet.
And we got a drop toe hold from
Holy shit.
Bunkhouse Buck.
These are all foreign imposters. They don't usually wrestle
It's
like
the
this.
STFU.
They go behind and drop toe hold.
Next we'll be seeing drop kicks out of them.
Oh, I thought he was going to do a dragon screw. Oh my god, the night after this is the 95 Royal Rumble. Wrestling fucking sucked in America.
Here we go. Here are the nasty boys that we know. Focusing on the leg now, Bunkhouse Buck. And Buck is
Brian Knobs, the regular Dean Malenko here.
I think it's a pretty darn good piece of strategy here.
Bunkhouse Buck also put the STF on in a gas station. Nobody put it on YouTube under Nasty Boy Taps Out Pedophile.
And Dirty Dick Slater in.
Yeah, what if this is like a Battle Arts type match? Like they do a UWFI rules match.
Fans, as Mean Gene told you, there is no main event tomorrow night. There is none next Sunday, and we'll be back with the main event on the 5th of February. 6:05 Eastern Time. In 2 weeks.
They get a stink face. Did y'all see that Bushwhacker Luke gave some dude a bare ass stink face at an indie show? Like last weekend? Just like pulls his pants down.
There ever has been in this sport. Ric Flair.
God, I wish Craig Pittman. I know people that have tried to get Craig Pittman to do Bloodsport. But he's like in his 60s.
And the Macho Man. That's right. The superstars are here. Sting.
Avalanche.
I kind of wonder if Glacier would end up doing Bloodsport. He has enough ties to modern wrestling. Works for AEW.
It's going to be a high-impact, explosive night of WCW action. Like fans, I'm sure you've never.
This is an explosive night of WCW action, but it's diarrhea.
It's not the night when the stars come out. It's going to be a night when somebody's teeth come out.
It was on some Florida indie guy, so probably a pervert. But no, Bushwhacker Luke. There's a clip on I think it was on Facebook I saw. He just like drops his pants in the middle of the ring.
Might be your teeth coming out.
No, you and I are.
Sticks his butthole in somebody.
You and I are sitting ring.
Which show has more episodes in the library? I think Main Events. They don't have a lot of power hour, I've heard.
We could be by Flair. Yep. And if Vader's by Flair, Hogan be in the ring with. So that means I'm not going to this thing.
Yeah, don't put your ass on somebody from Florida.
Dirty Dick Slater.
Top 5 suspenders wearers. Buck's up there. I don't know. IRS is hard because he's like the one that always comes to mind, but I don't like IRS.
I can't believe that makes anyone happy.
Whoop, there it is. I love Jerry Sags. Whoop, there it is. Mr. Hughes was a great suspenders wrestler. Tommy Dreamer, underrated choice.
Makes the cover. And Slater has taken a tremendous amount of punishment here, but he's still in this one. Of course, he's
Owen and Coco, I don't. They were probably the best wrestlers to wear suspenders, but they also had like comfortable suspenders. Barry Horowitz is a good suspenders wrestler. He didn't wrestle in them. Took them off during his entrance. Like pop them off. Felt like to be a suspenders wrestler, you gotta wear them while you wrestle. Chunk Tech. Thank you for the follow. Great username. Chunk Tech.
And face first, down goes Dirty Dick Slater.
Anyone in right to censor ever wear suspenders? I don't believe so.
Slater.
Yeah, Jimmy Garvin didn't ever wear the suspenders during a match. Yeah, well done. They had suspender wrestler vibes, but no, they were singlets. Roadkill's a great choice because he did a lot of cool shit wearing suspenders. I don't know if I would count Big Daddy V. I don't know if I count those as suspenders. I don't know.
You can't call unless he sees it. You're right, Brain. I sure would.
I think Roadkill is up there. Roadkill,
for the Hogan Savage,
Mr. Hughes, Buck.
It's going to be a wild main event this coming Wednesday at the Clash. Wait a minute. Sags chasing Buck around and Randy Anderson trying to...
Trish Stratus, yeah. She did occasionally wear suspenders. Bubba Rogers, yes. That's a great one, too.
You're going to get Ming in it.
That's exactly right. The chant of nasty from this crowd on hand.
Yeah, Duke Rosie, he had like a back brace. Like one of those like lifting braces. You.
This man punch too.
Now look at.
But yeah, fuck him. He's a pedophile.
Roberto Duran picked up his name.
Madcap. Oh, that's right. Madcap Moss did wear suspenders, but he sucks. So.
Here's the double team. Buck with a boot to the sternum.
See, Buck popped off the suspenders and he's motorboating them. The Godwins didn't wear suspenders. They wore overalls. Those are different. Completely different thing. The Dicks, I don't think they wore them long enough. They were like in and out.
Look at Ming standing between Sags and Colonel Parker.
I don't think Jeff's were suspenders. They were the straps. I wouldn't count those as suspenders.
This is WCW at its best, at its finest. This is great.
Dicks were in and out, yes. Rhythmically. Chainsaw Charlie, that's an underrated one. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, Terry did wear suspenders as Chainsaw Charlie. The God, could you imagine in '98 if they brought in Burt to manage the Godwins instead of Tony Anthony? Those big gay rednecks. It'd be so good.
Harlem Heat, Nasty Boys, the big return bout for the World Tag Team title. It's all a part of TBS.
God, now I have like, now I'm thinking of so much fantasy booking they could have done.
Fights out of Vegas with Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Hearns, Leonard, Duran. That's going to be like a Boy Scout picnic compared to Wednesday night when the punches start flying at Caesars.
We will slap you, honey. Imagine Burt walking up to like the LOD, cutting a promo like, do these horns have flared ends? Oh, Vince would have fucking loved Burt Prentice. He would have loved Burt. Because he was fat and gay.
It doesn't matter.
A pickup. He's got him. And plants it.
He won't get the combo.
Oh yeah, Burt cutting promos on Sable about how like he should be the queen of the WWF. He does the grind. Gosh, I'm so.
He's giving that boot to Slater. He's giving him instructions on what to do with that boot.
Burt would have had such a fun gimmick match with like China,
Part the hair of the Nasty Boys right down the middle.
where he doesn't sell the low blow, but she does.
Sags going to that top.
This is their move.
We're 26 minutes into this match on Shotgun Saturday Night. Everybody's boots are falling apart this week. Please have Brian Knobbs put his shoe back on. That's gross. Yeah, Dutch removes his. Yeah. He doesn't wrestle with suspenders. He does too much stuff.
Well, this was every bit as wild as we thought. It's still going on. The Nasty Boys win by disqualification. And fans, when we come back on this...
What is this, Beaver Fever with this DQ finish? Couldn't do a job? That's a good point. If you can kick someone with your boot, why can't you hit him with it?
We'll be back with more on TBS.
Like if I took my pants off and hit you with them, would that be a DQ? Yeah, I think you got to have a whole suspenders. It can't be a modified singlet with like front suspenders.
That's okay.
No.
I've got Wrigley Spearmint gum.
God, Burt would have done so many horribly problematic things in the Attitude Era.
America's looniest.
But he would have done them with charm.
Now on home video. Okay. He's slap happy, eye-popping crazy. He's Jim Carrey in The Mask. Available for $19.98 or less wherever video is sold.
Now there's a new hearing aid for Miracle Ear. So
Oh my God, Burt joining RTC and
now
then like turning straight, like going through conversion therapy. Oh my
We'll
goodness.
send you these free booklets
That's
that tell you how to
so
virtually
fucked up,
invisible
but
mirage
hilarious.
may help you hear better.
Because
If
it's
you
Bert.
call 1-800-863-4100.
Bert like having to
Right
kiss
now,
women.
We'll
And
also
be
show
like,
you this
ew.
free videotape, Hearing Loss and You. It'll show you the most common causes and solutions for hearing loss. And we'll include the free booklets about the new Mirage hearing aid from Miracle Ear. You see,
Bert
Mirage
could have
is our
totally
most advanced
pulled that
hearing
off.
aid that fits completely into the ear
Imagine
canal.
you could have
It's not only
the
small,
shit Bert
it's
would have done with
virtually
like
invisible.
Val Venus.
Call Miracle Ear at 1-800-863-4100.
Bert and Ivory would have been hilarious
We'll send you
together.
important new
All right,
information
Bravo.
about
Have a
hearing
good
loss
night.
And the virtually invisible
See you
Mirage.
soon.
It's amazing.
Thank you as always for hanging out with
wearing
us.
it, but I can't see it.
So call Miracle Ear at 1-800-863-4100.
It has to
Call
be.
now.
That video has to be online somewhere. Oh my god. Bert's like, I ain't kissing her for any dollar amount, honey. And then he throws a punch. Oh, if Bert was with Billy and Chuck.
To get the goods.
Bert Prentice running the invasion and selling ECW to like 4 different people.
Niles, Illinois, 60714.
Bert and Paul in the same room at the same time. Holy shit.
I smoke, but at work it's not allowed. So I employ my own plan, Wrigley Spearmint Gum. That cool, clean taste makes me a
Yeah.
success with all
PBS
my
thinks
coworkers.
WCW fans
So
are
when I can't
disgusting.
smoke, I share some
They love
food
Jim
chewing
Carrey
satisfaction.
and they have wacky tasted music.
Got a cold? Now improved.
Yeah, that's right. We haven't seen Sting tonight at all, other than that commercial.
With a taste NyQuil users prefer, nearly 2 to 1. Sweet dreams.
Oh yeah, Sophie would tell me that I've
Every
used
Thursday night,
Bert too
the
much and
best
he's losing
athletes on this
overness.
planet will be on TBS. Thursday night just got bigger.
Bert buys WCW, and it just turns it into a fed that runs out of Nashville every Saturday night.
Got bigger.
WCW Saturday Night has been brought to you by Wrigley Spearmint Gum. When you can't smoke, it's pure chewing satisfaction.
In case you haven't heard, no main event at 6:05 tomorrow night. We're going to be returning in a couple of weeks. However, this Wednesday, live from Caesars Palace in Las Vegas at 8:05 Eastern Time here on TBS.
I played, yeah, EW 9000. I love that.
Hulk Hogan and the
Loved it. I remember downloading it the morning it came out. It was like a Sunday morning.
From the three faces of
So
fear.
excited.
That's all at 8:05 this coming Wednesday night
Yeah.
live here on TBS.
We don't-
Standing by right now.
Bert, you're
let's
doing a
hear
great job
from
with
the Monster
WCW. You
Maniac.
haven't lost any money, but what's up with all these Stephen Dane matches? Dude, I will talk about Bert Prentice anywhere, anytime.
You two guys jumping Dave Sullivan.
New Legacy's done EWR streams. They did one with Vince Russo
We're
once.
already at a fever pitch here, brother, with what's going down in Vegas, dude. You know something? The phone that was ringing off the hook.
God, look at his
Dean Screamer On
skin.
the other end, Dave Sullivan being stripped to the red and yellow. You're right. It was just like adding more gasoline to the fire. But the thing
Randy
is, brother, we'll take care of
must
that
have been
in due time. Right now, me and my
such
main
a
man,
ballistic
the
mess
Macho
having to wear
Man,
red and
are
yellow,
focused on Vegas,
like Hogan's
brother.
little buddy.
Because there's a lot of things at hand there, brother. The whole world's gonna be watching. All the promoters all around the country.
Yeah,
all
the
bigger
Russo
TV
New
stars.
Legacy
They're gonna be
TW stream is on
Caesar's
YouTube.
Palace, brother. Because the only
I've been
thing
suggested it a
that's
few
going down
times.
in the wrestling world on that day or any other day is a Macho Man and Hulk Hogan against
Dude,
Kevin
you have
Sullivan
asthma.
and
Get
that
the
no-good
inhaler.
backstabbing butcher. And you
Bert
know
and
something,
Goldust
Macho
would have
Man?
been
What is it?
so
Vader
much.
Time. It's got 2 tickets at ringside, brother. And Vader time and Hulk time just don't mix, dude. And Ric Flair also said he's gonna be there, dude. Unbelievable. I can't believe you guys are testing the Monster Maniacs like, yeah. And putting yourselves against the wall. Against all odds, you guys are checking us out to see what we're made of, yeah.
Could you imagine Bert as in the Michael Hayes role with the Hardy Boys, wearing the Hot Topic gear?
Kevin Sullivan, you're all in the
Macho Man album, it's cheesy, it's funny. Macho's a better rapper than you'd think, though.
Boil it over. Yeah, we are. You know something, Macho Man? Who is?
Around this time was when Hulk puts the weight all back on in WCW. Gothbert. How the fuck did we not end up with Gothbert at any point?
More of the red and yellow that he can chew. But I gotta warn you, Macho Man.
Bert is the higher power. It's me, honey. It was me all along.
The wrestling world has been waiting for Vader time and Hulkamania time to collide. But right now,
Hulkamania time.
We're gonna fight toe to toe and take care of that no good Kevin Sullivan and Butcher brother. But heed the warning, Macho Man. When you stepped into the pit of Hulkamania, we bonded forever and a day, brother.
Get into the pit of Hulkamania?
Ric Flair jumps in your face.
Every time Hulk Hogan describes Hulkamania in a promo, it sounds like the worst shit ever. Why would you want to be involved in Hulkamania?
Monster Maniacs are gonna do it to you. Ric Flair, Beta, you're all gonna
What's up with the Beta?
Monster Maniacs. Yeah.
All right. So that is it for tonight. But before we go, don't go anywhere yet. I know some of you tune out during the preview for next week. No Off the Grid Sunday. This is my Sunday off. I take one Sunday off every month. This is my Sunday. We check out. I'm not gonna say anything about the preview for next week. Just watch it.
From New Orleans, Louisiana, 250 pounds, the Cajun Predator.
And welcome back.
Alrighty. He's back, baby. I found the other Cajun Predator match. So next week, we go back to 1991. Cajun Predator to get his revenge on Flying Brian. I'm so excited, you guys. It's a big happening in Deep Cuts Live lore. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight on this Tuesday evening. Chopping it up about WCW, about Burt Prentice, about DDP Yoga. It's been a night. But like I always like to end these streams with, life's fucking hard, man. Life sucks. Especially if you're a Yankee like this old bastard here. Yeah, it's awful, but let's just make it through the next 7 days. That's all I'm asking. Even if, as much as I would love you to come back here next week, and I hope you do, even if life gets in the way and you can't make it back here next week, just make it to Tuesday. That's all I'm asking. 7 days. We can do it, gang. But yeah, definitely come back here next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Again, no Off the Grid Sunday. I'm back next Tuesday at 9 with the return of the Cajun Predator. So if that does not draw you back here, I do not know what will. That's the biggest thing I can offer. Okay, Cajun Predator returns next Tuesday. My name's Tom. This has been WCW Deep Cuts Live. It is 10:58 p.m. I think the earliest we've ended in a long time. Go to bed.